Hi everyone, this is Meenakshi Ramesh from tappywaytohealing.com. Today is day 2 of my tapping video series. The topic for today is emotion is energy in motion. I have shared and spoken about this in other videos. It'll be like a quick reminder for all of you, a review as to how there is a connection between energy and emotions. So, the reason I was called to focus on this topic today was because I really got triggered this morning because of something that happened at home. And in that moment, when I was triggered, I felt this sadness, deep well of sadness, washing all over me. And I decided to tap on it right away. So I thought, instead of getting emotional, I was getting a bit emotional, but I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and I'm going to tap on this issue. And I want to share how my tapping was this morning. So I didn't set a timer. I saw the clock and I made sure that I wanted to tap for 10 minutes. And I started tapping like this. Even though I feel all the sadness in my chest, I choose to acknowledge this sadness and this trigger. Even though I have all the sadness in my chest and it feels very heavy and I feel so helpless and hopeless and I feel this is never going to change. I choose to acknowledge the sadness right here, right now. Even though I still have all the sadness and heaviness in my chest, I choose to stay present with the sadness right here, right now. All the sadness in my chest. This heavy sadness in my chest. All the sadness that's weighing me down. This heavy sadness in my chest. What am I going to do? I feel so sad. All the sadness in my chest. This heavy burden in my chest. All the sadness in my chest. So I want to pause here and take a breath. So this is just, I'm kind of like making a mock tapping script like. I did tap continuously for 10 minutes this morning. I wanted to give you a sample of how the tapping script can look like. I really created a script just right as I was just tapping. But when I was tapping in the morning, it was just, I basically went through all the points, voicing my emotions, just whatever came to my mind regarding the trigger. I said those words and I tapped along. So this is what happened at the end of 10 minutes. I felt very calm and very peaceful. And as I was tapping through the rounds for 10 minutes, I had some tears. There not a lot of tears, some tears just for maybe 30 seconds or so. And, I was just sitting in the sofa and tapping, and my son came and asked me if I'm okay. So I said, I'm okay, I'm just tapping on something. And what actually happened was, as I was going through the tapping rounds, the heaviness, the burden I felt in my chest, the sadness, it moved through to my throat. And I felt it like a pain, like a lump in my throat. And so I changed my statements. So this is how it can look like for you if you choose to tap on your emotion. Even though I have this sadness in my throat, I choose to accept the sadness. Even though I have all this sadness and it feels like a lump in my throat, and I have this pain thinking about this trigger, I choose to acknowledge all this sadness right here, right now. Even though this lump in my throat is so painful, it feels so heavy, and all the sadness is making me want to cry, I choose to accept the sadness and I give myself permission to have a good cry and shed a few tears. All this sadness in my throat, this lump in my throat, all this heavy sadness in my throat, this lumpy ball in my throat, this lumpy sadness in my throat, all the sadness in my throat, this lumpy burden in my throat, all this ball of sadness in my throat. So stop tapping, take a breath. So this is just again a sample tapping that you can do for any emotion that you're experiencing. It could be anything from anger to sadness to disappointment, worry, anxiety, frustration, irritation, you name it. You can just modify your statements according to your needs. Because I did not want to go into the details of the trigger, I just stayed very globally. But even with the global tapping, just saying, that you feel the sadness, this emotion, we can shift that energy. You begin to dissipate that the stress in that emotion, and it slowly starts to dissipate. In fact, I still feel a little bit of discomfort in my chest even now, but it's nothing compared to how I felt in the morning. And this is something I experience. I hear from clients time and time again during sessions. Clients who are very kinesthetic, they can feel the emotion in their body, but not everybody processes emotions in the same manner. For some people, they'll say they can't really get in touch with their emotions in their body. So if you are one of those people, it's okay. You can just focus on naming the emotion, giving your emotions a voice, and just even naming the emotion, the sadness, this worry, all this sadness, all this worry, all this anxiety, can begin to dissipate the charge around that emotion. And that is what emotion, energy in motion. So what we are doing by tapping is we are shifting that stuck emotion, the tightness, the discomfort and the pain or the heaviness that we feel around that emotion, and we begin to dissipate it, eventually totally letting it go. So sometimes during sessions, clients will say, I don't know if anything has shifted for me, but I feel a sense of calm, I feel a sense of peace, I feel I have more hope now. So these kind of things will be shared by clients during sessions. So just wanted to share this tapping with all of you, and I'm feeling really, really good right now. Definitely nothing compared to how I felt this morning. So if something like that happens to you during the day, and you feel you feel stuck, and you want to move your energy, please you can use this tapping script as like a template, and replace it with the words that resonate for you, that land for you, and tap along and shift your energy. All right. So that's all for today. I will see you all again tomorrow with another video. Take good care. Bye.